Wow, I was not expecting that. And if you mean to tell me you knew what was gonna happen the entire time, you're either lying or you're a prophet. Cause ain't no way you thought we were blowing out the Titans like that. I mean, we came out and we smacked them. Our team looked amazing on all three levels, and if we can keep this up the entire season, we're gonna make some noise. In the beginning of the game, when we were getting penalty after penalty after penalty, I thought we were the same old Cardinals of 2020. And well, I was wrong. This team looked amazing on all three levels, and I have no complaints. I mean, when your team wins 38-13, you're gonna have a great rest of the day, and you better believe I'm going to. And despite us winning 38-13, we still have some things to improve on, but this was an overall great performance. And really quickly, I'm gonna go over some of the things I saw that were amazing by this team. I mean, it would be disrespectful to start out with anything besides Chandler Jones' performance. I mean, come on, 5 sacks, 4 tackles for loss, 2 forced fumbles, and 5 tackles overall. Steve Keim, pay the man. If you needed to see if Chandler Jones could still perform after coming off a bicep tear, well, you got your answer. Steve Keim better have been writing that contract up on the sidelines as he was watching that performance. That was honestly ridiculous, especially for his first game back after coming off a bicep tear. But Chandler Jones isn't the only one who dominated today. Kyler Murray looked like the MVP candidate I thought he was gonna be. I mean, he had 289 passing yards, 20 rushing yards, and 5 total touchdowns. And I mean, Kyler Murray was going crazy all day long. I mean, I could go on and on about all the plays he had. He had that back foot throw to Christian Kirk. He had that one play where he literally scrambled for like what it seemed to be 70 yards, and then he made a play and found Rondale Moore. Like, I don't know how he does it. Like, Kyler Murray is playing a video game out there. It's unfair. But luckily for us Cardinals fans, we don't have to go up against him. And the same thing could be said about Deandre Hopkins. Was there any doubt he's the best receiver in the league? Because today's performance proved he's still the best. I mean, 6 receptions for 83 yards and 2 touchdowns. Come on now. And I know y'all saw that spin move that D-Hop put on Kevin Byard. Disgusting. And staying on the thought of our receivers, AJ Green proved that he is going to be a really solid addition for this offense, and Christian Kirk and Rondale Moore balled out today. Christian Kirk had 5 receptions for 70 yards and 2 touchdowns. I mean, we saw the Christian Kirk touchdown where Kyler Murray threw it off his back foot and he caught it over his shoulder. But then we have this back shoulder fade throw that is a perfect pass by Kyler as well. And then we get to Rondale Moore. Rondale Moore brings a whole new dynamic to this offense, whether it's through the screen game, through the pass game, it doesn't matter. If he gets the ball, he's gonna make a play, and it's that simple. And I also can't forget to mention Chase Edmonds and James Conner balled out as well. Chase Edmonds had 12 carries for 63 rushing yards while also having 4 catches for 43 yards. And James Conner was running people over left and right. I mean, he also had a nasty stiff arm, but it didn't really result in anything. But I mean, it was nasty though. But with positives on the offensive side, also comes negatives, and I'm gonna get into some of those right now. So first things first, we gotta clean up penalties. I mean, on our first drive, we had like 2nd and goal, I believe, from like the 5-yard line that got backed up all the way to like the 24. We got to eliminate that. I'm not sure how many penalties we exactly had, but I know it was a lot. If we want to be serious competitors, we gotta cut these penalties. But outside of penalties, this offense played a phenomenal game, and Kliff probably coached his best game today. Like I said, everyone played great, and I haven't even gotten to the defense yet, outside of Chandler Jones. I mean, we know what Chandler Jones did today, but let's talk about the rest of the defense real quick. I mean, JJ Watt also dominated all day long. Although he didn't have a sack, he was causing pressure all day long, and he was getting so many tackles on Derrick Henry. The fact that we have JJ Watt and Chandler Jones together on the same defense is insane. And then we get to our linebackers where everybody played solid. I mean, Isaiah Simmons, Jordan Hicks, and Zaven Collins all had really good games. Isaiah Simmons was flying everywhere, and he even had a pick with 7 tackles. Jordan Hicks and Zaven Collins were blowing up the run, and were making their presence known as well. I mean, if they keep playing like that, our front 7 might be the best in the league. I get it's only been 1 game, but I've been saying this for months. And last but not least, let's talk about the secondary. So I thought the secondary personally was going to get exposed today, having to go up against Julio Jones and AJ Brown, but I was completely wrong. Byron Murphy and Marco Wilson locked them up. AJ Brown only had 4 receptions for 49 yards and a touchdown, and Julio Jones had 3 receptions for 29 yards and 0 touchdowns. Lock them up. And then, you can't forget about Buda Baker. I mean, Buda Baker does Buda Baker things. We expect that from him. My man is a beast. He flies around the field and he makes his presence known every single week. And that's exactly what he did today. And also, I can't forget about the special teams. I know y'all saw Tanner Vallejo tip that punt. I thought it was gonna be a roughing the punter, but no. he got fingers on it. And although Matt Prater didn't have his best game as he went 1 for 2, I honestly don't expect him to be missing many more kicks this season, so I think we'll be fine. And Andy Lee at like 55 years old still has a cannon of a leg. That's good to know. And there is one final thing I want to talk about, and that's Kliff Kingsbury and Vance Joseph. I mean, they called a beautiful game. Vance Joseph and this defense were dialed in from the very start. They set the tone, and this offense followed shortly behind, and they made sure to make their presence known as well. And apparently, when you surround Kliff Kingsbury with the players he wants in his offense, good things happen, because we saw what happened today. Although the Titans don't have the greatest defense, we torched them. When we have a proper screen man like Rondale Moore, we can actually run the plays he wants. This was an amazing game, and I was hyped from start to finish. If we can play like this all season, we're gonna be serious contenders. And with this dominant week 1 game against the Tennessee Titans, I'm hoping we can carry it over against the Minnesota Vikings, because that is our first home game of the season. And you know, I might be going to it, so Cardinals, let's ball out again. But with that being said, that's pretty much gonna wrap up today's video. But before you click off, let me know down in the comment section below your takes from today's game. I'm sure I missed a couple things, and if I did, make sure to let me know down below. And also, if you guys are new to the channel and ended up enjoying today's video, consider hitting that subscribe button. I post NFL and NBA content, so if you're a fan of either of those or both of those, this is the perfect channel for you. But like I said, that's all I got for today's video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. It's been your boy Mythic. Peace out.